Ranking the Muppets by how likely they are to be punted across the room. Part 1. Starting with number 35, we have Thog. As you can see, Thog is absolutely gigantic. I don't think anyone would have a reason to punt him, as he's very kind to people, but also if they tried to, they would not succeed. At 34, we have Sweetums. If you've ever seen Muppet Vision 3D at Disney World, you know how absolutely terrifying Sweetums can be in real life. I would not try to punt him. 33 is Bobo, definitely less menacing than Sweetums, but still a realistic grizzly bear. Stay away from him. 32 is Miss Piggy. I could see why you would want to punt her across the room, but she's a bad bitch. She would punt you back. 31 is Sam Eagle. People who are still flying American flags in 2020 often deserve to be punted, but I think I would have difficulty because he's a very large bird. 30 is Beauregard. He's just a janitor. I have no reason to punt him. 29 is Clifford. He's just vibing. Also, he hasn't been seen in like 15 years. Don't punt him. Numbers 28 through 24 are all of the Electric Mayhem with the exception of Animal. They're just good people. If you punt them, you have no chill. 23 is Rowlf. I know he's a dog, but I have a tough time envisioning what the bottom half of him looks like, so I can't put him very high on this list. Stay tuned for part 2. Ranking the Muppets by how likely they are to be punted across the room. Part 2. 22 is Deadly. He's kind of menacing. I would be too scared to punt him, but I suppose you could if you wanted to. 21 is Link Hogthrob. I could absolutely see him saying something insensitive to a woman and getting kicked. I'm not sure he would go flying across the room, though. Though if he did, and he went far enough, he'd be a pig in space! 20 is the Swedish Chef. I know he's supposed to be a full-size man, but he must get on some people's nerves. I'm sure if he went to Sweden, he would get punted immediately. 19 is Dr. Bunsen Honeydew. He was probably bullied in high school. Also, his head is shaped like a melon. It looks puntable. 18 is Fozzie Bear. I love Fozzie, but if he told a bad enough joke, Statler or Waldorf would probably stand up and punt him across the room. 17 is Animal. I think a lot of people would have a lot of reasons to punt him. He just might be hard to catch. 16 is Crazy Harry, the comical terrorist Muppet. Somebody would figure out that he's about to blow up a building and punt him out of the way to save the day. Stay tuned for part 3. Ranking the Muppets by how likely they are to be punted across the room. Part 3! 15 is Kermit. I wouldn't personally try to punt him across the room. I love Kermit, but he's probably the Muppet who's been punted the highest number of times total, just due to his sheer screen time. 14 and 13 are Statler and Waldorf. These guys deserve to be punted, though if they ever were, they would immediately have heart attacks and die. 12 is Camilla. She's pretty strong, however she's also a small chicken. She would be kinda easy to punt. 11 is Scooter. I'm so sorry, he works so hard, but you know he's getting punted one time or other. Number 10 is Pepé. He'd probably threaten you several times as you approach him, but he's a king prawn. You would succeed in punting him. 9 is Lew Zealand. One day this man is gonna throw his fish at the wrong person, and he's gonna regret it. 8 is Foo-Foo. She's adorable, but she's also very puntable. It looks like Piggy is about to do it right now herself. 7 is Walter. He's a small man, he's always falling off shelves and stuff. One day he's gonna get punted by a fellow Muppet, and he's gonna love every second of it. Stay tuned for the 4th and final part. Ranking the Muppets by how likely they are to be punted across the room. Part 4, last part, let's go! 6 is Yolanda. She's a rat. She's absolutely getting punted across the room. However, she fares slightly better than our number 5, Rizzo, who's also getting punted across the room slightly sooner. 4 is Gonzo. I can't look at this picture of him without laughing. If I see anybody or anything dressed like this, I'm absolutely punting it. He'd probably enjoy it too. He's always shooting himself out of cannons and stuff. So number 3 is cheating a little bit. These guys are from Sesame Street, but I would be remiss if I made a list of puntable Muppets and did not include the ball Muppets. I mean, just look at them. They were practically born for this. Number 2 is Beaker. Do I really have to say more than that? And the number 1 Muppet most likely to be punted across the room is Robin. Robin is a somewhat controversial Muppet. He's kind of like the Scrappy-Doo of the Muppet universe. I actually like him, I think he's sweet, but I'm sorry. If I see Robin, I am punting him without hesitation. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so sorry, Kermit, I love you.